Hi everybody, this is Anna. Let's take a look at the Spoopy Tarot. I've already opened it, I've already actually looked through it, but I wanted to do it as like a review or on video. I've used it just a few times. So it's a 78 card tarot deck. It's by Ami, I'm going to try this, Nayli. I think her name is actually Diana Lopez, and she changed it. She has a website, cutetarot.com. She also did the Kawaii Tarot cards. I do not remember how much I got this for. I got it on Amazon. I wasn't really sure that I was going to be able to look at the card and read the details of the card during a reading, but it was adorable and I thought I'd give it a try, and I love it actually, even though it's very simple. So it's a really nice box. It has the different suits, and that would be the Magician, and yeah, that would be the Magician. Okay, so it has a really cute guidebook. So what I was saying was that it's simple, you know, it's kawaii, but you can still definitely be able to read the cards fine. This is the tiny guidebook. These are the these are the pentacles. That is cups. That is a major arcana. Same with them. The book has spreads, 3 card spreads, Celtic cross roots, and then begins the message and the reverse message for all the cards. At the end, there is something that says parting words. It's a nice, cute guidebook. So let's see the beginning. I have small hands. So for me, it's kind of hard to shuffle completely, like the whole entire deck. If I do what they call riffle shuffle, but I usually don't shuffle that way anyway. So let's begin. I kind of want to split the deck because it's just so big. Okay, so the first card is the Fool. That would be the beginning of the journey, you know, unlimited potential. I like that it's represented as a cute little ghosty. Oh, I didn't show the back of the card. Well, I'm sure you saw it while I was flipping it around. It has the 4 suits, the eyeballs are pentacles, the lollipops are wands, the potions are cups, and the bones are swords. So the second card is the Magician. The Magician, you know, the Fool's first teacher. That sparks curiosity. I like the little sparks. The next one is the High Priestess. I'm going to end up putting these out of order. Okay, the next one is the High Priestess. I like that she put a third eye on the High Priestess. She's a monster with a third eye. The next card is the Empress. So this is a witch. You know, she helps the Fool create. The next card is a Wizard. Emperor. So he's a wizard. You know, the Emperor really kind of helps the Fool gain his structure. The next card says Hierophant. Well, I hope I wasn't keeping it in the glare. I wasn't watching. The Hierophant, that's a vampire, obviously, you know, old school. Okay. He tells you what to do, you know, old school, don't get any fancy ideas. The next card is the Haunted House. I like that the Haunted House has angry eyes for windows, and I like that the door is creaked open, letting you know you have a choice. You can go in the house, don't go in the house. So this is actually The chariot is actually a solar eclipse. That represents, willpower. The next card is strength. This would be the witch's black cat. I like the hermit card. It's a werewolf. And his little face, he's telling you to, like, let's calm down. It's quiet time. This would be the Wheel of Fortune card. It's represented as a jack-o'-lantern. So on the other YouTube videos, when I was looking to see if I wanted the deck, I thought this was a penguin. I was like, why is there a penguin in this? But it's actually an owl, which makes perfect sense for justice. Balancing the scales, yeah. I was like, a penguin with a witch's hat. That's interesting. Okay, so the next card is the bat. It's a positive sign. I like his little eyes. If you turn him around, look, his little eyes smiling. Death, obviously, that's the Grim Reaper. So, Temperance here is a bubbling cauldron. But in the book, it shows that Temperance actually should have been... Where is it? The Temperance should have been a candy corn with fire. I don't know why she changed it. I didn't see why she changed it. Either way, it works for me. It still, to me, says the same message, but that candy corn with the fire is so cute. So here's the candy corn with the little devil horns, because he's the devil, which is adorable. And I know people don't like candy corn, so I think that's kind of fitting that he's the devil. But I am actually a huge fan of candy corn. I love it. And I love little candy corn pumpkins. I know. People don't like it. I like it. So the tower is represented by a zombie. Star is obvious. Well, it's a star. So I kind of like this card, Night. I like the way, night, you can't conceal anything, or things do hide in the night, and you have to be able to determine what it really is. Full moon is obviously, full moon. So this cute little guy is a crow. I thought it was a raven. I just automatically thought Edgar Allan Poe, raven, but it's a crow. Judgment is a crow. And this cute little doodle, the world, is called I think it's called a psychopomp. So the psychopomp in different beliefs and cultures is the little person or spirit that guides you after death. Death meaning just the end. It doesn't mean that you're going to die, but I like this card. It's very pretty. So that was the major arcana. Let's do the pentacles. Okay, perfect. So the pentacles are represented by an eye, and pentacles is basically earth elements. It's going to talk about money. These cards are going to talk about health, family, and for this particular deck, she focuses on the color green. So Ace obviously begins your journey. It's a fresh start. So I like that she represented it this way. The Ace is just the one eye, and it's like a-okay. This is the beginning. I like that card. Okay, so 2 is choices. It looks like a positive card, choices. You have a choice in each hand, or it's in the palm of your hand, so it seems like it's a positive sign. 3. So this looks like a trick-or-treating bag, and you have all your candies or eggs or eyeballs in one basket. But there's a star, so it's like a good kind of fortune card. Maybe someone's noticing your hard work, everything that you've collected and done. The 4 of Pentacles. It's 4 eyeballs in a jar. That's got the lid closed on pretty tightly. So, yeah, I would definitely get the book just to see what else that means. Number 5. So, it's a fly. I think it looks like a fly with a bunch of eyeballs. Maybe it's like traveling or going somewhere. Number 6 is eyeballs in a bowl. It's a heaping amount of eyeballs, like you can give, you have an abundance. Number 7 is obviously about time. So the 7 of eyes, or the 7 of pentacles, it's trying to tell you something, right timing maybe, or you need to get on top of something. Number 8 is a chandelier made of 8 eyeballs. It looks very artistic. So I see this as being maybe like you put a lot of work into something kind of card. Number 9, I think is the... Oh, okay, no, there's more, right. So number 9 has 2 people on it. So that's you with all your eyeballs, but it looks like you have time, or you should make time to spend with someone, maybe, right? 10, well, there's grass and there's flowers, right? So it's, I'm gonna say a happy card. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people in it, and they're together, and it's not confusing or overwhelming. So I'm guessing this is kind of like a togetherness type of family card, a happy one. King, oh, I forgot these 2. Oh, that's my bad. King of Pentacles. So the king energy always has a mature type of energy. It doesn't always have to be another person. It could be you, a side of you. It doesn't have to be a man. It could be a woman, but it's going to be somebody older, mature, that... It could be a young person, but with that mature energy. That's going to guide you or help you. The Queen of Pentacles. Again, the Queen has a more mature energy. Oh, you can see these 2 are younger, clearly. A person with a young energy, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles. Another person with a young energy, very fun energy, I think. Okay, so now let's do cups. Cups, right? Yeah. Potions. Yeah, potions are cups. So this is the Ace of Cups, or a potion. The potions or the cups are water elements. These cards are going to represent emotion, compassion, relationships. And in this deck, it's mostly represented with pink. There are other colors, but it seems like pink seems to be the color inside of all of the cards. So again, this is the beginning, a journey, a fresh start. So I like that. It's full, it's big. And then 2, so these 2 are connected or attached. They're equal, balanced. Or that you could always, depending on your reading or your question, maybe you have to pick one. This one, I interpret it as, because there's different hands. So there's a skeleton holding a potion, a witch maybe holding a potion, and a mummy holding a potion. And the potions are open, and they look like, it looks like a celebration to me. It was like cheers, right? So this one clearly, I think, says there's something wrong, because these potions are empty. This potion is spilling or almost empty. This one also is running very low. So immediately I saw this like burnout or too much. So something maybe overwhelming. So even though the cards are very simple, I think that there are some small details in here that really tell you what to feel or how to read the card. Of course, alongside the other cards, or a clarity card if you're not sure, and the author's interpretation of what the cards are supposed to mean. So for this one, I also thought was very interesting. You have 4 bottles on a shelf, and they're full So they're all capped except for this one bottle that fell over and is spilling. So this to me said something happened and we need to take care of this. But you know, don't worry, everything's not, all is not lost because you still have things pretty much in order. I really like these small little details. This one, I immediately thought it looked like one of those boxes of chocolates where you get to pick all the chocolates. Maybe I was hungry, I don't know, but it looks like a little gift box with a lot of variety and opportunity. Again, these are just my interpretations. You know, when you see the cards, you might see or feel or hear that the card means something a little different. This one is clearly confusing, right? It's a card of like some kind of illusion is happening here. So you have this one looks like that one. This one looks like that one. This one looks like that one. But really what's happening in here? Do you have 7 bottles? There's a partial bottle here. Do you really just have 3 bottles and it looks like maybe you have more than you have? Or people look at it like you have more than you have? Maybe you feel like you have more than you have? That's how I saw it. So 8. 8 at first I saw was like a very organized card, but then it's curious because you have bottles stacking on top of bottles instead of them all being side by side. So I see this like maybe there's some overwhelm. Maybe there's too much on your plate and you need to get rid of some stuff. You need to put some stuff away because stacking bottles on top of bottles is going to make a mess. It's bad news. Unless it's something like this. I'm talking about stacking being a bad thing. Okay, so this person, witch, zombie, mummy, I don't know. This person, well, not a mummy because they'd have bandages, but they're holding, it could be Frankenstein, holding a bunch of bottles. It's almost like the Pentacles card with the eyeball. So I see abundance, and you have, and you know, you're holding it so you can give, like maybe it's like buy one get one, right? Everybody come and take one. I have more than enough. So it's like a giving card to me. I loved 10. 10 seemed so calm and ideal and perfect. You have all your potions on their shelves, spaced out, organized in some fashion. These could all be poisons. These could all be wake up call. Like, I just loved this card. I felt like this was a really optimistic, good card. Unless you get it upside down, right? Because then it means the opposite. So, King of Cups is going to be somebody with a mature energy or you with a mature energy. But the fact that they're wearing the clown mask means that it's like a fun person or like a giving person. Like, they want to be there for you, right? That's the clowns do. Their whole life is, I want to make other people laugh and be happy. Queen of Cups looks like a fairy or an elf because of the ears. Well, it's someone ethereal, like a Mother Nature type of energy. Again, somebody with a mature energy. She looks very peaceful, serene, calm. So I see this as a really nice card to receive. Knight of Cups. So we know that knight energy, it means like hardworking, right? But this little mask is super fun. So I guess if you were to get this card, maybe it would mean it is a young person or young person at heart. And they're a hard worker, but they can also have fun. So they're that balanced or middle person that you would want. And then the Page of Cups looks like it's such an innocent, young person. Kind of even, I feel like I hear baby, but obviously it doesn't always mean that it's about a baby. It could be. So now let's look at the wands. The wands are going to be represented by lollipops. So this is the ace, so it's the beginning. It's a big lollipop. It's full and intact, and it's the beginning. And then number 2 looks like it's, again, choices. So this one or this one looks like pretty big choices because this lollipop is way different than those two. Number 3. So I honestly just see 3 lollipops. That's it. I don't really get much from this card. I would definitely go straight to the guidebook for this. Or I would also I probably would also ask for a clarity card if I was just pulling one card. Number 4 to me looks like a party. It's got extra sprinkles or extra confetti or whatever. And there's 4 of them. It's the big ones, not the little lollipops. So I think this is like a good fortune kind of a card. Number 5. Number 5 is, I believe that's our first lollipop, our idea at the beginning. Okay, it looks like the same lollipop but a different stick. Okay, well, someone's taken a bite out of it. Maybe we took a bite out of it, like jumped in. I'm not sure what the other 5 lollipops are. Maybe other ideas that we might be playing with, or other people trying to interfere in our original idea, maybe. Wands, let's see, wands is the fire. It's a fire element in the tarot, and it's represented, these are self-development, I guess, like a career type of, passion, things that you enjoy or want to do with your life. And it starts with the color orange, so that's the prominent fire. That makes sense. So yeah, I think maybe these are more like maybe like a career type of suit. I think this is a positive card too. There's a lot of different lollipops, but there's also sprinkles and confetti, and it's got the swirl, so it looks like, a happy type of card. This looks like trouble or warning, because you have your original idea, your lollipop that's bitten that you dove into, and then you have smaller versions of it, but then you have these 2 towering lollipops on each side. Like, what do they want from you, or what are they supposed to mean? Maybe you have people watching you, or 2 people whispering in each ear about what you're trying to do. Maybe this is a hold your ground type of card. Okay, so these lollipops, the 8 of Wands, these are not sprinkles. These are those little lines that you doodle when it's like going or rushing or something like that, just on the move. So you have your 8 lollipops, and they all look to me like, happy swirly lollipops, but they're on the move. Also, maybe this is like a you're going places type of card. Maybe. I think worked with it twice so far, so I obviously haven't gotten into the meaning of every card. The 9 of Wands, these are too uniform for me. Personally, I'm not comfortable with this type of card. They're very tall, they're very uniform. It honestly looks like a wall, like a blockade almost. I don't see this, maybe like a trap. I don't see this being like a super positive card. It could. Somebody might interpret this like it's very organized and very structured. But if you are a artistic, creative type of person, maybe this type of structure would hinder your creativity, right? So I guess that card could be either or. So 10, I think this is either or, because I'm kind of hearing like, again, you have abundance, but I'm not seeing your original lollipop here anymore. It's like maybe you changed your ideas, or you're overwhelmed, or there's more happening. Seems unrelated to your original idea now. Again, it could just be an abundance card. King of Wands. So the devil is not to be trusted, but this devil doesn't strike me as malicious. Look at his eyebrows, right? And his eyes. It looks more like a fun type of card, really. So that's the King of Wands. The Queen of Wands. Oh, this also looks like a fun type of card. She looks like she's having a really great time. And then she's, I suppose, but it looks like a werewolf, right? She's got the little fangs. She's supposed to be a werewolf. Knight of Wands. It looks like a young witch, no mask. And Page of Wands. Again, a young fellow with a costume, no mask. So maybe you see what you get in these people. And the last suit is the swords, or in this case, bones. So this is going to be this is going to have an air element energy. So this is spirituality, mental energy, and intellect. And here it's represented in the color purple. So we start off with our first card, Ace. There's a beautiful white rose growing from the skull, so it's obviously a wonderful start. And then we have our choice. So there's two bones, but this one doesn't seem like it's going to be an easy choice. The bones aren't side by side. They're not equal. They're crossing each other, so it seems like it's going to be a difficult choice. Number 3 is, I think, very clear that it's heartache. There's some pain happening with this card. Number 4 is 4 bones, and he has a very calm and serene, peaceful look on his face. So I don't think this is a bad card or a warning card. So I think number 5 is really up to the reader, because, and the guidebook, of course. This, to me, bow and arrow, to me, is just a one-person type of situation. And I think, you know what I think of? I'm a big superhero person. I think of Hawkeye, and he kind of has like a little bit of an ego, right? So I think this is like, I'm going to do this by myself, maybe, type of card. I could be wrong. Number 6. So to me, a flag says truce. Like, let's stop here, be friends, let's make things equal. But also, the fact that it's planted, I feel like, is a claim to something. I would definitely go to the guidebook to get clarity on what that's supposed to mean. Then the 7 of Swords. So it looks like someone's trying to take your stuff away. It looks like they're trying to unsuccessfully take everything from you. Or it could be that you are trying to take too much, something that maybe doesn't belong to you. Again, unsuccessfully, because you have some but not all. Number 8 looks like there's some grass, so it looks like a trap or a cage, like a box. So maybe you feel trapped. Maybe you need to get out of something. Number 9, this skull looks like he has got the only headache. And this, to me, it's like complete overwhelm. I feel like this is me homeschooling. This is me trying to clean the house. This is me trying to work. This is me trying to create content. That's what I feel like. I feel like this poor skull needs a Tylenol. He needs to take a day off. Number 10, it's very clearly the end, right? This is going to result in cutting something off. Yeah, and you know what? That's not always a bad thing. This could be cutting off a bad thing, which is a good thing. So I don't think this is a bad card, but it's definitely a strong message. The King of Swords. So throughout history, we're taught not to trust pirates, right? Pirates always have an agenda of their own. They always look out for the one and only. So I'm not sure that this is a king that you could trust. Maybe it is. Maybe it's just an assertive person that wants you to take matters into your own hands. And Queen of Swords. So I feel like she's so cute. Oh my god, with her bow tie. She definitely looks like she is there to socialize. She's there with her little bow tie to, you know, she means business, but she also looks like she means fun. Again, guidebook, right? Knight of Swords. All right, so I said I was a big superhero fan. To me, this is such a positive card unless you get it upside down. It's take action and save the day, something heroic, anything that what a superhero means. And Page of Swords. So this one looks like it has different meanings. So it looks fun and it's a young person, but it's also a skull, right? Like, I would go to the guidebook for this one. So that's the 78 cards for the Spoopy Tarot. I'm not going to attempt to shuffle this on camera altogether. I have tried that. I'm going to split it, and that's okay. You can split them and then shuffle them all together that way. As you can see, they are very large for my hands. I'm already letting them go. All right, so here goes. Oh, I didn't mention cardstock, so this is a good time to show you. It is a good, thick, glossy, slippery card. Oh, a word of warning, make sure that your hands are clean when you touch these cards because I have small children and I think I grabbed these cards one day after I gave them lunch and you could see my little fingerprints all over them. It was not pretty. And then I felt like I had to wipe them all. Luckily they're glossy. There are some cards that are, God, they have like a velvety feel. Anyway. Alright, so I'm going to shuffle this, and then I'm going to shuffle them the way I like to shuffle them. I just feel like when you riffle shuffle, you really kind of get the best mix at the beginning. Don't forget to always sage your cards or use Palo Santo or leave them with a crystal on top. So I like to shuffle my cards this way. I'm just being very careful because I don't want to knock down the camera. I like shuffling my cards this way. And it's going to take a lot to shuffle them to mix them up because they're brand new. But let's say that we were doing a reading. I'm going to pull a card. I'm certain that they're not mixed properly, but I'm going to pull a card and then we're going to see what the guidebook says about that card. So let's see. Let's get a message for a viewer. Let's see what the message is. Somebody's meant to see, hear, or read this. So this is 5 in reverse. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. It says, 5 of Pentacles reversed represents in Spoopy Tarot by an insect coming toward you. This card signifies a feeling or situation defined deeply by lack. This isn't a fleeting moment, but a steady poverty that has overtaken hope. Oh, that's so sad. At the very worst times, it's a sign of a relationship that's turned abusive. Ouch. At other times, it's a depression marked by the total rejection of all things spiritual. The situation in the 5 of Pentacles reversed almost always hurts physically, even if it's a mental or emotional poverty. One of the best things you can do now is seek stability or organization. A home with predictable ups and downs, as well as a tidy living space, will improve your mood. When this card is reversed, all that's being asked of you is to show kindness toward your state of being. You know, when I see people do the readings, just like this at the end, I always wonder if because they're doing the cards, if really that reading is specifically for them. Of course, it could be to touch somebody else's life, but so this, I've done the cards twice, maybe 3 times, but this is the first time I received this card, and this obviously in reverse, so I didn't know what it meant. I feel like I resonate with the card, so if anybody else does, let's heed its warning and take care of yourself. And so that is the beautiful Spoopy Tarot. I think you should get it. It's adorable, and I am definitely going to use this, not just for Halloween, but beyond that. So thank you for watching, and if you got to the end, like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Bye.